Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going to talk about the Locust God. He, I guess those are locusts. I actually would have called them locust creatures instead of insects, but oh well. I guess locust is not an approved creature type. Insect is. Anyway, 6 mana, 4/4 flyer. Love the fact that he's a flyer. Actually, you draw a card and you get an insect. This seems really good, and he's got the activated ability, of course, 4 mana, draw a card, then discard a card because he's half red. Uh, of course, all the gods have when they die. Anyway, this guy, you know what? We can't get past it. The first card we're gonna talk about is going stupid with Skull Clamp. Okay, so you draw a card, you get the dude, you spend a mana to equip it, it dies, you draw 2 cards. So once you cast it, you're looking at 1 mana draw card. Or I'm sorry, 1 mana draw 2 cards. If you keep doing it, you net an insect every single time. It is absolutely ridiculous. It was the first place my mind went to. It's not infinite. I just haven't put a lot of time. This is my first draft of the deck. I'm sure I'll find cards as I build other decks or whatnot that really go in here, but Skull Clamp was exactly where my mind went first. Now, let's go through, since we started with artifacts, we might as well do the rest of them. I have the Is It artifact, mana, and, the Power Stone, of course. Now, I feel like we're going to be drawing some cards, so spell book kind of a thing, along with Library of Lang. Now, speaking of card draw, I've got the Howling Mine, Temple Bell. Otherworld Atlas can get sick too, especially if you just keep putting them counters on. Now there's no proliferate, so it's good, but it's not great. The didnt. So when my insects hit, I get to draw cards, so I get to get more. So I'm essentially doubling up. That's a lot of what I tried to look for was doubling up. The amount of insects that I have. I don't have as many Eldrazi monuments as I want, but Eldrazi Monument would be a beautiful card in this deck. The Elixir of Immortality and the Felden's Cane are for those millers out there, and the fact that, let's face it, we're going to draw some cards, so we might need that. Planar Bridge is going to go find the pieces that we need. More than likely, it's going to go find the Skull Clamp, which I realize that is a crazy amount of mana to play for a Skull Clamp. It could also get you, it's tutored to the board. Everything I have is obviously way less than 14 mana, so you're paying a premium for that tutor. This may or may not. I may end up replacing the bridge somewhere down the line. The puzzle box is just, it lets you draw your cards twice because you drew them the first time and you got your insect, and the next turn you're going to put them on the bottom and draw that many again and get that many more insects, and it's going to get you closer to your Skull Clamp, and you're going to go nuts. Throne of the God Pharaoh, because I haven't played this deck yet. Last night was the pre-release, but it really feels like you're going to have just an absolute ton of insect tokens, which, by the way, I need to get those. I didn't get a single insect token at the pre-release. Didn't even see one. But all things being equal, you should have a bunch of insect tokens. That's how I built the deck. And since you do have a bunch of insect tokens, Ashnod's Altar gives you an out to sack those tokens to, maybe get something out of it. And get you, 2 mana per. Now, what are we going to do with all that mana? I don't know. Maybe we're just going to draw everything. Because this is... Enter the Infinite also one of the first cards I thought of. Yeah. 12 mana. 12 mana is a big old cost on a sorcery. But you know what? If you've got the 12 mana, and y'all know games go that long, that's a crazy amount of insects that you're getting. And of course, when you get that many insects, you're going to want to give them haste. And you're probably just going to want to, win. Because the impact tremors and the Enter the Infinite is just a win. Unless they're at just a ridiculous amount of life. Now, while we're on enchantments, the Ascension has to be in there because the only thing better than drawing cards is tutoring instead. Cast through time. I'm just going to get you double work out of all your draw spells. Mystic Remora, man, you can. I had one of you viewers you suggest this to me on another deck. I love the card, love it. You net way more cards out of this than you really think you would. Are you gonna run it out there turn one? Probably not. I mean, your early turns, it's not quite as effective as later on. You can keep paying that upkeep. Once it gets to the point where you just can't, hey, it's paid for itself. Because the way I look at it is, if it nets you 2 cards, if you play it, you're out of card. If you draw 1 card, you're even. You're just out the mana. You draw the 2nd card, then you start getting positive. So, and there's all. I mean, if you've got your general out, it can keep somebody from comboing off with their draw engine as well. Coastal Piracy, here again, it's an enchantment that allows you to double up, because every turn double up, because you swing with all your insects. When they hit, you're going to draw that many cards and get that many more insects. Now, I've got the Intruder Alarm in here, and to be honest with you, there's something here. There's something here. I haven't put it together yet, but I'll figure it out. I know I will. Probably a mind over matter thing. I got no right now. It's just it feels like there's something here. It's a decent card anyway, and I'm going to be drawing and yeah, maybe some kind of convoke thing. Maybe, I don't know. Thought Reflection's going to double our card draw, which is another double up, because we're going to get twice as many dudes, twice as many cards. Mind Moil. Wow. Whenever I play a spell, just keep cycling that hand every time we play a spell. And this is only for me. So we're going to keep drawing them cards. We're going to keep getting them insects. I've got the Cloud in there. Now, the Cloud is not an amazing card in the deck, but it does protect the general because it gives it Shroud. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it also gives it +2/+2 and haste as well, but the haste is almost not there. But +2/+2 and Shroud for 1 mana, not bad. Mirror Sheen is it can be the greatest and the worst card in the deck. Creatures, I don't have that many, have 7 creatures. I have the Archivist, which may not make the cut. Put him in there just because he's a 1/1. Now, he is a 4 mana 1/1. He literally dies to everything. So he may not make the cut as I go on. I have that Niv Mizzet. As I get another copy of the other Niv, I may replace the Archivist then. Malik. I mean, I would like to, have my instant sorceries be buy one, get one free. The looter will get you there. It'll dig. It'll get you there. The archetype is going to give your dudes flying. I chose this over the levitation enchantment. I don't know. Maybe levitation's better. It is 4 mana, but I like the fact that my guys have flying and now they can't be blocked. So to me, that was worth the extra 2 mana and the fragility of being a 2 toughness creature. Now, Sturmgeist, obviously you're drawing a card. You're drawing a bunch of cards. This guy's going to be big. So that's why. I mean, it's no other reason. Just big, fatty flyer. And Mr. Win Condition himself, the Psychosis Crawler. Now, since we've been through the artifacts and the creatures, I am running Saheeli in there. I'm not explicitly excited about it. Yeah, I mean, her ultimate's good, but you can't really bank on an ultimate. You can more so in our format than the others. I'm not really running her anywhere else. It's blue-red. Yeah, I can tutor up 3 artifacts, and I can, scry and make tokens. And yeah, she's not that strong, but I'm hoping that the Saheeli Rye factor is, and what that factor is people automatically assume there's some kind of stupid combo with her because, history teaches us not to like Saheeli Rye, but she's nowhere near as good as she used to be. Well, in our format she is, but I don't have white, so what ifs. Anyway, she may not make the cut either. Okie doke. Let's draw some cards. In the form of Reforge the Soul, which is our Wheel of Fortune variant. Distant Melody. Oh my, here again. It's 4 mana, double up. You're going to draw a card for each dude, and you're going to get that many dudes. Faithless Looting. Draws you some cards. Fabricate is going to go get your Skull Clamp. Let's face it, that's what you're doing. You're getting your Skull Clamp. Mind's Aglow. Everybody likes drawing cards, right? Now, granted, I'm not casting this till my general's out. You're not, turn 1 or turn 2 in this Joker, but sure, I'll let everybody draw that many cards. I don't care. Ponder. Tidings is of course, going to draw us 4. Divination is going to draw us 2. Concentrate is going to draw us 3. Those are pretty much it for the mana 4 cards. Sorceries, anyway. Days Undoing. Of course, this is a Time Twister variant. We're just going to get, draw 7 cards, get 7 insects. Did I say draw 7 cards, get 7 insects yet? Yeah, okay. And then we're going to draw 3 and discard a land. So we're going to get 3 dudes out of this. Insects everywhere. Now, I'll admit, Tempt with Reflections, we all know why this is in here. It's Psychosis Crawler. And that's it. Because, I mean, yes, I don't care. Everybody at the table can have one. If it's a 4-player game, that means I'm going to get just a stupid amount, and every card I draw, all my opponents are taking 4 or 5 damage for. Yeah, I'm fine with them having one because there's a good chance after you cast this, you just win. Now, let's do our mana for cards in instant. We have the Jace's Ingenuity. We're going to draw 3. We have Opportunities Knocking. We're going to draw 4. Tolarian Winds. Oh, there's a lot of air in here because I haven't played this deck yet and haven't shuffled it. The Tolarian Winds. Instant Speed. We're just going to... And I love the instant speed card draws because you can actually have your general out there and you can, at instant speed, just magically come up with some blockers. And by the way, Coat of Arms would be sick in this as well. But there again, I have so many tribal decks, I don't have coats, just laying around anymore. Gosh, why not? Let's draw 2 cards for the free. Sure. Twin Cast, we're going to copy. more than likely we're going to copy our own draw spells, like maybe the pull, but sometimes you can twin cast, opponent stuff too. Desperate Ravings. You draw 2, discard 1. I don't even care if that it's random. Normally, with the random draws like this, because we all know how the human brain works, I don't want to look at the cards I drew before I discard randomly. I'll just put them on top of my hand, shuffle up, and let somebody pick one. And that way, if I don't get my hopes up about keeping one of the cards I drew. And then, of course, it has flashback. Arcane Denial is just the only counter in the deck. It is a hard counter, but it lets you draw some cards. See if we can't clean this up a little bit. There we go. Frantic Search, that free cycle that, anytime you reduce mana cost, nothing bad ever happens. But 3 mana, draw 2 cards, get 2 insects. And, of course, our Brainstorm. Now, 2 cards left. Plagiarize is one of the greatest surprise cards ever, especially if you did that Minds Aglow thing and everybody paid a bunch of mana and everybody's like, oh, we're all going to draw 10 cards. You know what, guy? You killed all my general once this game. I think you're not going to. I think I'm going to draw your cards too. Now, what is sick with Plagiarize is when you can actually cast Plagiarize and then do like a time reversal, days undoing thing. So they shuffle their hand into their deck and they get nothing out of it. And everybody else has a brand new hand, and you draw 14. Yeah, it's sick, and you can pick that one person and just keep repeatedly kicking them in the face. Well, actually, it's just one big giant kick to the face. Anyway, all those instant sorceries, they're cool, and I've been looking for a reason to play with the Epic Experiment. Now, most of the time when I cast this card, I predict that I'm going to want X to be 12. Because nothing's going to be... If you don't have the Enter the Infinite in your hand, the worst feel-bad moment would be doing it for 10 and then flipping up that Enter the Infinite and having the sad face that you didn't get it. So that's what I've got for the insects. It's a hell of a tribe. I do appreciate... It's not even a tribe, really. I do appreciate you watching, but right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.